right, hello Young America. Welcome to the new episode of the Weekly Addressing Young Americans, where we come together to talk about things we all care about. We are all entering into a very fun month. It is the month of March. So what does that mean? That means we're in Women's Month. So to all my girls, who runs the world? Girls. And then it's also March Madness. So for all of my basketball watchers out there, all I have to do is say, go Heels. Amen. So I know that we're all excited about this upcoming month, and I encourage everybody to participate in all the great things that will be offered to the young people out there in your local area and in your state. So hopefully you'll enjoy. All right, so today's show is going to be a little bit heavier than usual. So hopefully everybody out there can follow where I'm going, okay? So today's topic is about understanding your paycheck. All right, so I know there are a lot of people out there that have been getting paid for years, and when they look at their paycheck, it's like, all right, what do all those acronyms mean? What does all this coming out of my check mean? Like, okay, all right, whatever. That's how much I got. Let me move on. Well, that is the truth, that those acronyms and all of that, you know, may mean something and may not to you right now. However, they can play to your benefit when you look a little bit deeper into those numbers and what you can do with them. So that's what today's topic is about, understanding your paycheck and trying to make it work more for you, okay? So we're going to talk about two things. They're very related, but we're going to separate them. And they're going to impact you by providing ways for you to be able to save short-term and long-term for yourself by making certain decisions when you are ready for them, okay? So the very first, the two things are we're going to talk about deductions from your paycheck, and then we're going to talk about something we've already discussed, which is tax withholdings, okay? So, all right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. So what I want to begin is to open up the conversation about that there are certain things that are out there available to you through your company that can have an immediate impact on you being able to invest in yourself. So that's what this first part is about. There are certain deductions out there that are called pre-tax deductibles. All right, so I have to maybe explain a little bit different. Pre-tax deductibles are a way that certain benefits can be presented to you to have an impact on your wallet and also allow you to invest in yourself. So let me give you an example of a pre-tax deductible. So things such as 401ks or investing in a medical plan or giving to a charitable cause through your company can all allow you to receive a pre-tax deductible benefit. Now, this isn't a guarantee across boards. It just depends on what your company gives you. But why pre-tax deductible is so wonderful is, like I said a little bit earlier, it's kind of like you get a chance to get a benefit such as getting insurance, health insurance, or a 401k, which allows you to save for retirement. And by you doing that, that allows you on the back end to not only invest in yourself, but it also allows you at the end of the day to pay less money in your taxes. Okay, so I know that's going to sound a little weird because it's kind of like, why would I get a benefit and pay less in taxes? Well, pre-tax deductible things take out these items before taxes, and then what it does is it makes your income a little bit smaller. And so the percentage of which your income is charged, you are paying less in general. So I know a lot of people are like, well, why would that even be something out there? Well, like I said earlier, it's a way to invest in yourself. And it's a way to look at it like this. Like when a teacher gives you candy for doing your homework, or your lover gives you extra cuddle time by taking out the trash. Like all of those things are good for you, but then you also get rewarded for it. And this is why it is called a benefit, okay? So out there, explore your options when it comes to pre-tax deductible items, okay? Because when you look at that, it's going to sound all confusing, but really it's a way to make decisions to invest in yourself while receiving something further down the line that could benefit you as well, like paying lower taxes or getting a good refund back. So those are all very good things, okay? So pre-tax deductible benefits, look for them out there. They exist, and hopefully you can grab onto them because they are a great thing, okay? All right, so the second topic is something that is really important. You know, we've already talked about it when we talked about tax filing back a few shows ago, but I want to kind of explain this before I go into it, okay? So if you look at your paycheck, I have one right here, right? So it says different things on everybody's, but you can have like federal income tax, and then you have, I live in DC, whatever your state is, income tax. They're two different things, right? And you'll see a good amount of money comes from your check on those things. Now, let's have a real conversation. You know, that money goes to funding things like education and repairing roads in your neighborhoods. So I know that everybody has different feelings about paying taxes. So, but just know that this is what they go to support on. Because I know when you go look at your check, you're going to be like, well, why do they take all of that out? Well, that's just to give you a heads up. That's where it goes. However, you could take it to be a benefit for yourself as well, okay, by building on top of it. So, for example, for myself, what I do is I take a little extra money off the top. So what I'll do is I'll take an additional $30 out of my federal taxes and maybe an additional $10 out of my state taxes. And what that allows me to do is to pay a little bit more to receive a bigger refund check when I file for my taxes the next year. And with that, I could do things like start a savings plan, invest in something that's pretty big that I probably need to put money into. A lot of different things. This year I put it into my savings plan. So just consider it, you know, kind of a big Christmas gift. We call this like the second Christmas. So when you do that, yes, either one of these, whether you do a pre-tax deductible benefit or you take out money from your taxes by withdrawing a little bit more, yes, it is true that your check may come out smaller, and you should only do this when you're ready, okay? When you can actually kind of balance things out and you're ready to take a step forward, whether you want to invest in yourself or you want to kind of save on the back end, okay? So these two things do allow you to make some good investments, and so you want to make sure that when you're ready, you do it. I also think it's a very good practice, especially withdrawing the extra from your federal and state income when you get an increase in salary. I think that a lot of people don't usually take it up, and that usually sometimes results in having to pay larger taxes. So definitely up it, you know, especially if you're doing other activities like stock and starting a business and all of that other stuff. Just make sure that when you withdraw and you're doing it for savings, it can also just be a good practice for when, you know, you go up in your salary. So hopefully these two things made sense. I know that I kind of flew through it, so I'm hopeful that, you know, within the exchange that there was something that maybe have stuck. I do believe that this is very important, especially the pre-tax deductible benefits, because they do allow you to invest in you. And there are very few things that allow you to do that without it being a gimmick on the other side, okay? So please look into things that say pre-tax deductibles, and like I said before, look into maybe withdrawing a little bit more from your federal and state income and seeing how that plays out for you in the next year when you file your taxes. All right, so all of that to be said, that is the conclusion of this show. And now I'm really excited about next week's show, and I'm hopeful that you guys will tune in. It is called, Is Your School Really Better Than Mine? Ways to place real value on your education that you're receiving. So we're going to talk about what really counts when you choose the school that you go to. I know a lot of people think of notoriety and, well, maybe not notoriety, but, oh yeah, maybe it's that. But being well known and, you know, having certain experiences and sports and all of that. But in the end, what value do you get from all of it? And we have some really cool tips that we'd like to give you. So please tune in. Give anybody who is applying to college, tell them to tune in next week, because this will be a treat for them. So hopefully you'll tune in and have a great day. Bye-bye.